Today, a group of hippies decided to shut down a bunch of intersections in DC as a means to save the environment, I guess. But of course, forcing a bunch of cars to idle in the road probably isn't going to do much to help the environment. Stopping global warming by causing traffic jams. That's certainly a counterintuitive way to do it. But I think, I'm not sure how much it's really going to accomplish. The group's Facebook page says they're going to, quote, block key infrastructures to stop business as usual, bringing the whole city to a gridlock standstill. Parents, workers, college students, and everyone who's concerned about the climate crisis will skip work and school and put off their other responsibilities to take action on the climate crisis. This is the mass uprising that everyone with climate anxiety has been waiting for. This is an uprising for life itself, fighting back against the forces of destruction. This is your chance to take action to save the people, plants, and animals you love. Let's rise to the challenge and shut down DC. Mass uprising. Well, let's take a look at this mass uprising. Here are some sights and sounds as documented by Spectrum News. Look at this. There you go. There is the mass uprising. They're going to save the planet, and that's how they're doing it. They're dancing in the street. And here's a group called Extinction Rebellion.
The natural treasure that we're losing every single day, and also because it's a huge barrier.
So there you go. They're and police had to come spend a lot of time getting those people unstuck from the boat because they weren't going to tow the boat off of the road without first cutting the chains to get them out. Now, I think you could make an argument. Look, if you're going to disable a vehicle or tow a boat out into the middle of the highway and then chain yourself to it, I think police would be well within their rights to just tow the thing off the road with you attached to it because that was your choice. Right? It's obvious, of course, that most of these protesters don't have jobs. They were just protesting last week, and the kids were skipping school last week, so now they're skipping school again. But not all of these people are school age, as you could tell. Some of them would look like they are working age, yet they're not working. And that's how they're able to protest 4 days a week. But now they're trying to stop other people who do have jobs from getting to their jobs and making money to feed their families. So let's review. In order to save the environment, they're causing traffic jams. They're causing local law enforcement to waste resources. They're impeding people's abilities to get to their jobs. That's the plan here. That's the strategy. Oh, and they're littering also on purpose. Watch this.
Fossil fuels have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Fossil fuels have got to go.
Yes, that'll do it. Great job there. That'll save the planet. I mean, that guy is literally prancing down the street, throwing trash on the ground. He's skipping down the road, just throwing trash on the ground. And this is a protest in favor of the environment, and that's what he's doing. Oh, and they're lighting trash on fire, too. Look at this picture that somebody took. An actual dumpster fire that was lit by these people who care so much about the environment. If you really believe that the world is actually coming to an end, potentially, and soon, in the next few years, you really believe that, and you really believe that what we're doing, the way that we're living, is bringing about a doomsday, wouldn't you be making radical changes in your own life and thereby, number one, making sure that you yourself are not contributing to the problem, and number two, leading by example. If you think that radical changes need to be made in the way people live, which is supposedly your message, then why aren't you making those radical changes yourself and showing us how to do it and showing us that it can be done? Why aren't you doing that? And these environmentalists, they're not, because you can see them. They're just like anybody else. Yeah, they go to the protest and then they go home to their normal house with their phone and all this. They got their refrigerator, they got everything, they got their car. They're not making any changes in the way they live. It's not a gotcha moment, like with AOC when she says, "Oh, we got to get rid of airplanes and air travel because of what it's doing to the environment," and then she gets on an airplane and she flies, and we say, "Well, what are you doing flying?" You just and then the response was, "Oh, come on, don't do that. You're being pedantic." It's not pedantic. I think these people that are out in the street, they really should. They should be out living in the woods, in a cabin. Compost toilet, solar energy, living on nuts and berries like John the Baptist, locusts and wild honey. Maybe you hunt for game. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's okay or not because of the environmentalist thing. But whatever. I think that's how they should be living. Show us how to do it, and how wonderful it is, and how possible it is to live that way. Until you're going to do that, I reserve the right to just completely ignore you. Well, I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Matt Walsh Show. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there so you can stay up to date on all of our future content.